We will start by using an oil pastel to write our name on the paper. Once your name is on the paper, go ahead and flip your paper over so that your name is on the back side. At the very top of your paper, you will start your long sentence with God thinks I am. Notice how I'm on the very top of the paper. My letter G for God started right next to the edge of my paper. And I'm going to try to finish that sentence close to the other side. Now, whenever you start a new line, you need to start next to the edge of the paper. I have a list of words that you may choose from. Go slowly so that you can check the spelling, but if you make a mistake, just keep going. This is kind of like a list. Since I'm writing several words, in between each word I need to use a comma. So I'm just going to keep going with descriptive words. I have a little bit of space left before the edge of my paper on that side, so I'm going to use a shorter word. That way it finishes close to the other side of my paper. Again, always starting right next to the edge of my paper so I don't have too much space. Now I'm going to speed this video up to finish my list. I'm going to draw really fast using lots of descriptive words that God thinks I am until I get all the way down to the bottom of my paper. If you don't see the word that you need, make sure you're asking Mrs. Hughes and I can add it to my list so you can see how it is spelled. Next up, you need to choose a bright color of paper. Green is my favorite color, so that's what I'm going to go with. And then this time using a pencil, please write your name on that paper. And then flip your paper over. You will need to keep using pencil. That way, if you make a mistake, you can erase. Start by using your finger to just draw an imaginary big U for your face shape. When you're ready, draw that big U slowly. If you need to make it bigger or smaller, just erase. Next, draw your ears on both sides. It's kind of like the letter C. And then two short little lines for your neck. And then think about a favorite shirt that you like to wear and draw what the neckline looks like. Your shoulders need to come curved down all the way to the very bottom edge of your paper. You can finish drawing your shirt with some extra lines, maybe some stripes or polka dots or words. Think about a favorite shirt that you like to wear, since this is a self-portrait of you. I do have some packets to help you draw, and we're going to start by doing our hair next. Notice we're doing the hair across the forehead. But if you flip through the packet, you can help find other hairstyles that might look more like you. I'm looking for one that looks more like my hair. Which one looks more like Mrs. Hughes' hair? I think I might mix a few and maybe even do my own. So I'm going to use this girl's hairline across the forehead because I think that looks like me. We start from the very top of the ear to draw our hair over across the forehead and down right until it touches the other ear. That's very important that it starts on both tips of the ears. Now the top of the hair, the outline, I think I might just kind of make my own up so it looks more like me. So I'm leaving a little bit of space, and I have long wavy hair. So I'm going to draw mine down right until it touches my shoulders. And then do the other side. I'm also going to add some extra lines in there so it looks like the texture of my hair. If you have long hair and you want it to look like it's in front of your shoulders, go ahead and do that. The next part is to do our eyes. Now, again, you have lots of different examples for eyes that you can choose from to help you draw. I think I'm going to use these eyes right here. So carefully, I might put my finger in the middle just so I know to draw one eye on one side of my finger and then one eye on the other side. The one I chose has a few eyelashes, but you can do any eyes on the packet that you want. Next up is eyebrows. Don't forget about eyebrows. They add a lot of expression to your face. Just two little curved lines above your eye for the eyebrows. You'll want to pick a nose that you think kind of looks like your nose. So I'm going to go ahead and do one of these longer skinny noses because I have a skinny nose. And also with your mouth, pick one that you think kind of looks like you. I think I want to draw myself smiling. So I'm using that guide sheet to help me know how to draw a smile. How do you draw teeth? Okay, I see something for how to draw teeth. Now after that, you can add extra details to make it look like you. This is a self-portrait. I have a little nose ring. Sometimes I wear earrings. I do have a few freckles. If you wear glasses, that would be something you would want to add as well. Make it look like you. After you're done drawing your self-portrait and you've traced all of your lines in Sharpie, we need to carefully cut out the outline of our self-portrait. Go slowly and try to stay on that black line to cut yourself out all the way around. Make sure you're using the hand that doesn't hold scissors to turn the paper while you're cutting until you get all the way around to the other side. Now that scrap piece of paper, you'll want to throw in the recycling bin. Next, we actually need to take a white piece of paper, and what you're going to do is you will line it up right along the bottom edge. Make sure it lines up right along the bottom. Hold it down firmly with one hand, and then you're going to trace the outline of your portrait onto the white paper. Don't move your hand until you are done tracing all the way around to the other side. So when you move your paper, you should have that outline on the white paper. And guess what? Yup, you need to cut this out as well. I've sped my video up just to save us a little bit of time. Now after you have cut everything out, throw those scraps in the recycling bin. We're going to bring back our list of descriptive words that God thinks I am, and what I need you to do is your white paper, line up right along the bottom edge of the paper. Make sure they are right on top of each other and you don't have any space along the bottom. Now, Mrs. Hughes gave you a small piece of tape. And what you're going to do with that tape is you're going to put it in the middle of where your self-portrait will go, and then again line that up and stick it down so that the white paper is right next to the bottom edge of your black paper, just like this. Now this might seem a little bit weird, but the next part's really cool. You're going to choose a color of chalk pastels. We used oil pastels earlier. These are chalk pastels to color an outline around the edge of the white paper. You need this to be a dark outline, so I'm coloring it in pretty thick around all of the outside of the white paper. These may make your fingers a little bit messy, but don't worry, you'll clean them up later. All right, here's the fun part. Taking your finger, you're going to swipe that chalk color onto your black paper, almost like you are shining a light and it's radiating out from your white paper onto the black. You can start to see the yellow onto my black paper. If you need to use a little bit more chalk, go ahead and just draw more on and then sweep it and smudge it with your finger onto that black paper. I'm going to do just a few more areas to make it a darker yellow. Don't take your white paper off, but if you want to, you can choose a different color or even the same color to draw just a simple line around the outside, almost like a picture frame going around right close to the edge of the black paper. And then you can use the same finger to just lightly smudge that out so it looks like a frame going around the outside of your paper. When you're done with that, then we can carefully take off that white paper and you'll notice it looks like a shadow from where my paper was before. Now the very, very last step is we're going to go back to our self-portrait and we're going to glue that into that open area right in the middle there. You will need to move your paper out of the way so you don't accidentally get chalk on your self-portrait. And then with the glue, just do a thin line around the outline, but not too close to the edge. We don't want it to seep out onto our black paper. So I'm leaving a little bit of space and adding glue close to the edge, but a little far away. Just a line of glue. Make sure your fingers are clean. And then again, line this up along the bottom so it fits right into that space left from the chalk. You may need to massage this, but if you rub your hand on the front, you're going to smudge all of your chalk. So flip it over carefully and massage from the back side.